Shalom! This video will show you how to use the Hebrew Morph course. In each lesson, we'll present you with a Hebrew name that you know. From Meet the Hebrew Alphabet course, we give you the letters of the target name. We also go over the letters that change at the end of a word. In Unit 2, we'll go over the letters that change into Hebrew sounds. Then, we'll start our process called the Hebrew Morph. We use music during the process of the Hebrew Morph without narration to help you form brain patterns for Hebrew. We advise you to watch and listen to the Hebrew Morph as many times as you want. Step 1 of Hebrew Morph. Drop letters with unaccented vowels. Hebrew doesn't have letters for unaccented vowels, or vowels that are in syllables that are not accented. But don't worry, you can always see the full English word in the shadow. Step 2. When translated into Hebrew, some names have Hebrew sounds that we don't have in English, so we represent these sounds with special letters. We read English from left to right, but we read Hebrew from right to left, so we need a touch of the Hebrew Morph. Step 3. Now the letters read from right to left to reflect the Hebrew. Step 4 is when the Hebrew Morph really begins. Watch each letter morph into a Hebrew letter. Step 5. The Hebrew Morph changes any Hebrew letter that has an end letter. The next part of the course puts you to work. Your mission: find the name in the Hebrew verse. You will have 3 verses where you need to locate the target name. Your next mission: identify the name as a word in 3 scriptures. Hint: the letters of the name and the letters of the new word are the same. Sometimes the Hebrew word has more than one meaning in English, and we'll show you. In fact, there can be many words in English for one Hebrew word. So this is what you'll learn in the Hebrew Morph course. The meaning of 12 Hebrew names. How to recognize these names in Hebrew. How to recognize the Hebrew words that come from these names in Scripture. Learn over 20 more vocabulary words from Hebrew root words in the names. Form sentences with Hebrew words that you've learned. Learn some hidden Hebrew grammar. Read an English translation of verses that reflect the Hebrew grammar. So now you are ready to get started with the Hebrew Morph. Shalom.